big rumour, Jay Vine to UAE. He obviously won 2 stages in the Vuelta. He had KOM looking wrapped up before he crashed out in quite a nasty crash, actually. It doesn't surprise me that they've gone after him, Benji, but it does surprise me that there's no rumours of him going to Ineos. To me, Vine is Froome, or like we've seen Froome, Roglic, even Woods. I'm surprised Ineos didn't look at him. 25-year-old. I know I've been beating the J Vine drum to exhaustion last 18 months, but are you not surprised Ineos, 25-year-old Australian, they've English speaking, good climber, good TT, just shit equipment, and a project for GC, and also they don't have peak Froome. Thomas has maybe got 1 year, 2 years left. They didn't go for Jay Vine, he's not going to cost the same as Yates or Pidcock, whether you're just starting out on your cycling journey or are looking for those final tune-ups ahead of a big event or race. Zwift is the online cycling platform that makes things fun. There are 9 different worlds, thousands of kilometers of virtual road, including replicas of real-world climbs like Alpe du Zwift. There's workouts, training plans, events and races for every level of rider. The massive community means you're never alone. So if you want to find out more about Zwift, or indeed to start your free 7-day trial, head to Zwift.com down below.
One aspect that we do need to mention is that Jay Vine originally had a contract for 2023 at Alpecin-de-Koning. So if he actually is leaving, he's technically being bought out of that contract, is my guess. And if that is the case, how significant is the cost to buy someone out of a contract? Because I actually have no clue if that is significant. For example, let's say I know that Bernal was bought out of his Androni contract back in the day, and I'm guessing that Ineos put quite a bit of money on the table to make that happen towards Androni, because other teams were also interested. How much would a UAE have to pay to an Alpecin, for example, to buy a Jay Vine out of his contract to get him to join next season? I don't know. And perhaps that is a reason that Ineos is not going after a rider that is in a contract, because they think they can't afford to do so. Or is that a thought too far?
To be honest, like I don't know. I still think he's underrated. I still think Vine will be underrated next year. He'll
Yep.
come 5th in a World Tour GC race or 3rd in World Tour GC race. People are like, oh, Jay Vine, how did you just like? Well, he went in a wind tunnel and got some was put some team support around him. Well, I'm not saying Alpecin, the guys with him did their best. I'm saying like top climbers around him. So yeah, I'm a little bit surprised that the rumors didn't come out from Jumbo, because if imagine Jonas on a good day telling Vine and then Koos to set pace, like you could break the Mont Ventoux record. So I'm a little bit surprised, because as I said, I still don't think he's costing anywhere near the realm of the Yates of this, or even Wellens, frankly.
The question then is, Jay Vine indeed has won those 2 Vuelta stages. What are the next steps for him? What is it he desires if he goes to a UAE, for example? That's also a question I have, because at Alpecin, he is all-out leader wherever he wants to go, because there's no GC riders in that team. There's also not really support in that team. So that's the counter in that discussion. Is it valuable to leave an Alpecin, who is now becoming a World Tour team and might have that support in the future, to go to UAE? Financially, probably 100%. Opportunity-wise, it depends. Is he going to instantly have that role as a co-leader in one-week races if he goes to UAE, for example? Or will he have to prove it first before he can get that role, and therefore the opportunities aren't baked in stone yet?
I think he'll get plenty of opportunities, actually, because everyone else has. Soler has, Almeida has, Bennett has. Like, everyone gets to go for their own result in non-POG races. And that's actually the optimal thing to do if you're trying to hunt for points, is to have 3 GC riders ride for their own result. So I think his TT setup can't get worse. So like it's going to be a huge impact on his TT setup, which is the biggest flaw he has right now. So yeah, I think everything will be better. Like he had good support from the rouleurs at Alpecin. Like he had good, like Gianni Vermeersch actually, like Joe would tell me, like he's actually the guys like that on the flat before the climbs are really, really useful at moving him around the bunch and setting him up. They're actually good in that fashion. And to be honest, on Pico Jano, who the fuck could have paced for Vine? Like Vingegaard and like that's it. Like there's not many people who could have really done much because he just crazy was. So um I don't think he'll do the tour. It doesn't make sense to me for him to do it because I think the Giro suits more, and there's Micah, there's Yates, there's other riders, so I don't see him doing that. And yeah, their Giro was a bit lackluster until Covey saved it this year, I think, from memory. But that's not confirmed yet. But that would be big news if it indeed happens. And I think a big loss for Alpecin. He's really been like one of their most prominent riders after MVDP, like in particularly in the English language market.